Hello. Tara. So, good afternoon, sir. So, this is my server administration summary from first task to the last. First task that we do is setting up our virtual machine. So, in our first activity, we set up our virtual machine to be used in our next activities. The machine that we used is VirtualBox. This machine allows us to imitate an operating system on your own PC and use it like it's a running real hardware. So the second task that we do we did is Windows Server 2016. We used the Windows 2016 as our server because this is recommended by our professor. It is featured include Active Directory, Federation Services. It is possible to configure ADFS to authenticate users stored in non-AD directories. Our third task is install VirtualBox guest additions. By installing VirtualBox guest additions, this consists of the device drivers and systems applications that optimize the operating system for better performance and usability. Our fourth task is directory service. I, I A directory services is a names of a network resources to their respective addresses. It is a shared data framework for finding, overseeing, controlling, and coordinating ordinary things and organizing assets, which can incorporate volumes, envelopes, records, printers, clients, gatherings, gadgets, phone numbers, and different items. Our fifth task is installing Windows 10. We install Windows 10 because it serves as our operating system on our workstations. So the sixth task that we did is joining computer domain. Joining a computer to a domain creates an account in the domain for the computer. This allows the computer to exist as a controllable, configurable, authenticated individual in the domain. The seventh task that we did is installing RSAT and creating user account. RSAT enables IT administrators to remotely manage roles and features in Windows Server from a computer that is running Windows 10 and Windows 7. So the eighth task that we did is OU or organizational units. An organizational unit or OU provides a way of classifying objects located in directories or named in a digital certificate. So the ninth task that we did is DHCP scope and DHCP reservation. A DHCP reservation is a permanent IP address assignment. It is a specific IP address within a DHCP scope that is permanently reserved for list used for specific DHCP client. So the last task that we did is first create DNS host. Second, create DNS alias. Third, group policy management console. Fourth, create a link at GPO. Fifth, create a link GPO part 2. Last, rename, unlink, and delete a GPO. By creating DNS host records are where what keeps the internet working the way consumers expect, and new records are being added as our needs grow. So creating the NS alias record, the alias record allows you to add multiple host names for the same subdomain and can be used for the root domain too. Group Policy Management Console allows you to manage group policy for existing domains, forests, and sites within the GPMC. Create and link a GPO. When you create a GPO, GPA automatically links it to the domain or OU in which you are working. So the next is homework backup and recovery. So first is install Windows backup feature, perform a full backup, perform a custom backup. Next, schedule a backup, examine the backup content, and restore backup from a backup. So when installing Windows backup feature, if you use backup and restore to backup files or create system image backups in previous version of Windows, your old backup is still available in Windows 10. Perform a full backup, simple recovery. It audits, taxes, and archives. Perform a custom backup. Schedule a backup to keep accurate copies. Examine the backup contents. Regularly test this database backup system to ensure that it works perfectly and accurately regardless of any situation or event. So restore from backup. From a backup, you have to save the data on a tool and will then be used as a program to get data back to your device. So that's that's the end of my summary, sir. Thank you. Na-record to.